Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Jaguars in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down, Wilson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 18 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Jaguars hit 10-4 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguars.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A first carry here for Kaneng-Nwangu. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw here on first down. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. Now it's Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Oh, look at the juke. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll set up to throw. It's Hill, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. You hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
Williams, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. That's caught. The tight end Hill. And he will have a Jaguars first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Steps up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson. It's caught. Smith. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we've come to halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Up the middle, it's Cook. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, here's the run with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And this is dropped.
Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 2nd and 4. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
Open man, complete downfield to Davis.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Cook. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal, Wilson toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 3rd and goal, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 26. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Oh, what a move. And he's got this down to the 35.
169 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver's offense now set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now Wilson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he gets it down to the 32. On 2nd down and 4. Wilson over the middle to Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here in the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jags, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to